Hey everybody, I wanted to take this video to talk about, the fact that we're a nation divided. We're going through a really hard time right now. As a country, we're confused about what's right and wrong. And ultimately, I was going to help you figure that out to see, is the Chick-Fil-A sandwich better than the Popeye sandwich? But then this crap happened. And then the other Popeyes I went to, like, the wait time to get a sandwich was like an hour and a half, and they said that they don't even know if they would be able to fulfill all the orders already taken. So instead of doing a review of the sandwiches and telling you which one I prefer, I decided I was going to turn the tables a little bit on my original concept for this video, and I'm going to tell you which wine I think you should be pairing with your favorite fried chicken sandwich. Stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, I couldn't find one of the chicken sandwiches. I did find Chick-Fil-A, because Chick-Fil-A always has sandwiches, and Popeyes is new to this. So I did find a Chick-Fil-A sandwich, and I said I'm going to help you decide. I'm going to tell you what wine I think you should get. It needs to be a Cava. It needs to be a Cava from Spain, and here's why. A lot of people talk about how great fried chicken and champagne is. I 100% agree. That's not wine on a dime friendly though in terms of budget. This sandwich and this right here cost me approximately 15 bucks combined. This meal is under 15 bucks. It's wine on the dime approved. You get your nice chicken sandwich, yeah, and then you also get your wine. And it's a sparkling wine, so it's fun. And I also think that not only does it count as your beverage, in my opinion, it should also count as a fruit. So this is actually a reasonably well-balanced meal under certain types of pretenses. So let's go ahead and take a look at this wine. Give me a second to cut open the foil, and here I am. So with that open, let me tell you about this wine. This is the Arte Latino Cava from Spain. It is 11.5% alcohol by volume, and I paid $8 for it at my local grocery store. So the reason I went with Cava is because Cava is made in the traditional method of sparkling wine. And that is the same method that is used in the Champagne region of France. The only difference though is that your average lower end champagne is probably gonna run you about mid-30s to $40, and you can find some fairly high quality Cava anywhere between, I don't know, maybe say $8 to $15, maybe to $20 if you want to splurge a little bit. So I went ahead and picked this one up just because it's still gonna give me a lot of those characteristics that I was looking for. The grapes are different, but it's still made in the same manner, so there are some similarities. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't tried this wine yet, so let's go ahead and do a quick wine review here first. You'll notice I'm not using a flute because I actually want to smell this. So, yeah, I want to be able to see the color too. So from a color standpoint, the wine is, I'd say about your medium lemon, no artifacts, no cloudiness. From a nose, see, that's exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like a little bit of a breadiness to it, like from the autolytic notes, the yeastiness, and that is there. I am getting a little bit of like a biscuit. I'm also getting some green apple, a little bit of lemon lime type of effect going on. And there's a little bit of something else. So maybe it has a hint of orange as well. So I'm getting a lot of citrus and a little bit of green apple and a little bit of green pear. There's definitely some pear in there. So let's see how it tastes. All right. That pear is a lot stronger than on the palate than it is on the nose. You're getting a lot of that pear. The apple's a little bit more subtle. The citrus brightens up a little bit. I am getting more, I'm gonna go ahead and just call it lime coming out of there. And there is a little bit of an orange undernote that kind of goes all the way from the beginning, all the way through the finish. Let's see, it's probably got, yeah, let's see it's going on a medium finish. I would also say it probably has about a medium body. I would give it low alcohol. medium plus acid. And the mousse. So mousse is that frothiness you get whenever you're pouring a sparkling wine, and also the effect that it has in your mouth. The bubbles, the creaminess. I would say this is the mousse is a little interesting. So mousse is not typically evaluated on the WSET level 3. Normally they do still wines. So I haven't really gone through too many criteria on those, but what I can say is that it's not rough, but it's not smooth. They're probably about medium minus size bubbles that are kind of generated whenever you move it around. But doing that does improve the body a little bit and gives it probably more of like a medium plus body with all the aeration that's going on in your mouth. So it does increase the body if you kind of swirl it around a little bit. But let's see how it goes with the sandwich. Chicken. So good. That's right. Just watching me eat a sandwich right now. All right, now let's take a little bit of the wine. That's perfect. So, the fried foods typically have a little bit more fat. This is where having an acidic wine really helps out. It's gonna help cut some of that fat out. The fruit really complements some of the flavors in this particular sandwich. I wish I had both sandwiches to compare them with, so I could tell you which one pairs better with this wine. But overall, not too upset about this. I've had worse meals. Definitely had worse meals. Let's take a look at this wine from the Blick criteria. I gotta get this food out of my mouth. All right, so let's take a look at this wine in terms of balance. Urine balance. I'm gonna give you a point there. I like the high acid. You should have high acid as a sparkling wine. And I do like the fact you have a medium body, but it can grow to be medium plus to kind of match that level of acid whenever you do a little bit of swirling and you kind of build that mousse up a little bit. That is quite nice. Length, half a point for length. You get a medium finish. So from an intensity standpoint, that's where it gets a little questionable. So I am getting a lot of citrus on the nose and on the palate. The apple and the pear, they're kind of hit and miss. I'm kind of smelling them, I'm kind of not. I'm kind of tasting them, I'm kind of not. I'm gonna give you half a point for intensity. And from a complexity standpoint, well, you do have a little bit of yeastiness. You do have a little bit of that autolytic note because I got some of that biscuit. I did get some citrus and I did get some apple and pear, but I really didn't get too many other things in it. I was really kind of hoping for a little bit of like nuttiness or toastiness or anything like that, and I didn't really get it. So as a result, I'm gonna give you half a point there. It gives you 2.5 points. Well, if you were a $15 bottle, I'd give you good. But I'm still gonna give you good. I'm gonna give you good. I really, man, the thing that really tips me on this is that intensity. If the intensities had been what I smelled was what I tasted, and those other apple and pear notes were there, I would have given you a very good. I think it would have been earned. But in this case, you're gonna get good. How do you pair with the sandwich? Great. I think this is a perfect pairing. Getting a cava, something that's cheaper than a champagne. Now, if you want to go all fancy pants and get a champagne, go for it. But I'm gonna stick with cava. It's cheaper and it doesn't break the budget. So there's one thing that we haven't figured out yet, and that is, does it Sham Bong? We need to figure out if this wine Sham Bong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bite of my sandwich while I pour my Sham Bong out, so I can kind of see if the mass consumption device helps with clearing this out. Okay, so I have my sandwich on the side here. I got my Sham Bong, I got the glass of wine. Finished taking my bite. Let's see how it pairs. It's Sham Bongs. So now I will say it was a little rough. You can use this to Sham Bong. Right about halfway through the glass, I actually felt like that carbonation was a little bit gritty on the back of my throat. So it isn't the smoothest Sham Bong, but it can Sham Bong, and it does a good job clearing away the sandwich. And You know what? I just may have to do this again in a second. Anyways, I'm Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you tried both sandwiches? I'd be interested to know which one you think is better. I'm going to still continue to try find that Popeyes one, and I'll let you know in a channel update just in my community feed if I find it and if I like it better than this Chick-Fil-A sandwich. Or is there someone who's not involved in this rivalry that needs to be involved because they have a superior sandwich? Let us know. Also, do you like drinking cava or champagne or other fancy pants sparkling wines with your budget Chick-fil-A sandwiches? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I will see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.